Alright guys, and welcome to my PC setup for 2016. I don't know how much it's going to change in the years to come, but, you know, before I do begin, how'd I leave that open? Anyway, before I do continue, I just want to say thank you for everybody, for all your support that you've shown me thus far. You guys have been a big help. It's been a long time coming that I've been able to do something like this, and it is mainly because of all your help to get me where I am today, that I'm able to get myself these things and be sponsored by the guys that have graciously helped me along my way to further my YouTube and Twitch career. So honestly, the biggest shout of thanks to all of you guys. You guys are the reason that this is this. So let's get right into it with starting with that little number. And this is the inner workings of my PC. You'll quickly notice the trend of red and black and ASUS and Corsair in here. I'm a bit of a fanboy of both. Got a Rampage V Extreme for my motherboard with a 5820K chip inside. Corsair cooler, Corsair Vengeance LED RAM provided by the good guys at Corsair, thank you very much. The GTX 1080, also graciously sponsored by the guys at Nvidia, thank you as well. It's got the, you know, general Corsair PSU. And the part that a lot of people always ask the question about, storage. Now, doing YouTube all the time, you would think that, you know, you'd need a lot of storage, and you wouldn't be wrong. So, giving you a quick rundown, I've got an old 3TB for my old PC, just for storing random shit. Two 1TB FireCuda SSHDs provided by M-Wave, and these are perfect because they provide the perfect little extra hard drive space for my recording, because as some of you know, I have that bad habit of over recording and running out of space. Two 2TB hard drives rated as well for my main recording, and also another 3TB. And for the SSDs, if you're wondering where they are, they're on the other side, so just give me a quick second. Okay, on the flip side of things, despite some questionable wiring, it still works and closes up, so whatever. We've got one 226 solid state drive by Samsung, they're the EVA Pros, and one 512, I think it is, and also a 480 gigabyte Neutron XTI, also sponsored by Corsair, so once again, thank you for that. Alright, for my monitor setup, I've got three 27-inch monitors, the middle one being a ROG Swift, and the other two being sponsored by Dell. They're two 27-inch G-Sync monitors, all on a triple monitor stand. As you can see, not many cables underneath, besides the keyboard and mouse, and a little bit from the headset. Speaking of which, my mouse is a, let me just focus this up 1 second. And now we don't look like we're wearing glasses. Okay, good. I use a ROCCAT XTD, KONE XTD, sorry. Of course, all these are sponsored by ROCCAT as well. Great feel. Why do I prefer ROCCAT as well? This, and don't even call Sal, I don't even try to, because, you know, I would have got this without anyone sending me them. Is the most comfortable mouse I've ever found. As you can see, I've got a pretty big hand, screen for scale. Okay. It's a relatively big mouse, and it's a low profile as well, so it actually sits in the back of your hand, as you can see. As you can see now. Most mice I find that are big, they have a higher profile, therefore ending up making them smaller because my hand's got to like traverse over the entire thing. So yeah, if you are looking for a good mouse and you've got a big hand, give that one a look. It's not a bad mouse. My keyboard is the ROCCAT ISKU FX. It's membrane. I know a lot of people could be like, ooh, membrane, but really, when you record YouTube videos and you know that pain of all the clicking sounds feeding into that microphone and trying to edit that shit out, you'll understand why. You'll completely get why. So I like my membrane keyboards because they are relatively quiet, and don't start saying, oh, but you can get the other switches, blah, blah, blah. It's not the same. It's clicky clack. No matter how quiet they try to make it, it still goes in that. Okay. Speaking of which, that's an AT2020 USB microphone as well. I'm looking to get a new one soon. Something a little bit more blasé, but right now this is doing the job, and it's probably picking up everything Evelyn's saying outside, so whatever. My headset is the ROCCAT KAVE XTD. Now, as some of you know, I've been using a wireless headset for a while, and I've recently changed to the wired headset, and I figured that, you know, it'll take a bit of getting used to, but these are actually relatively really comfy. The sound's pretty good, and the little mix amp's actually pretty handy as well. It's got this little neat function where you can actually plug in shit at the end and just change stuff on the fly, so you don't actually have to change anything in the little properties and everything like that, which is pretty handy at times when you just can't be screwed clicking your mouse button. You'd rather actually push a physical button. For anyone wondering, yes, that is one gigantic mouse pad that's right across my table. This was carried out by the guys over at PadZilla. You might have seen their the review of them on the Linus Tech Tips. They were pretty quick and easy to sort out my design as well. The print quality and build quality of it's pretty good as well, stitched edging. So if you guys would like one, I'll have to kind of hook you up and get you in contact with the guys I printed, because they should have all the they should already have the printout already there. So if you are in the market for like a huge mouse pad, or if you want your own, you know, your own little design, PadZilla's the way to go. Okay, moving on to my little Alienware corner. Now, it's pretty special. As some of you know from my previous PC setups, these two screens were with me for quite a while. The two AW2310s, they don't make these anymore, and the fact that they've been running for the last 6 years and still going just made it perfect for this little setup. So it's 220, I believe they're like 23.10 inches. It's an interesting size. It's like slightly off standard on a double monitor mount. I haven't exactly done all the cording correctly because I need longer HDMI cables and everything like that to plug into this little number. Now, this is a Alienware amplifier where basically you can plug in a desktop graphics card to further power that little number. So it's basically a laptop with the ability to have a desktop graphics card power going through it. These both as well, supplied by Alienware/Dell, so thank you very much, guys. They've been looking after me very well. And this also runs the ISKU FX keyboard, and this little number as well, the ROCCAT Vengeance. Now, it's more of a lightweight pick up and go. Might as well put it up here for thingy. It's a lightweight, let me just focus this. There we go. It's more of a lightweight headset. Pretty comfy, especially if you're going to sit there for a while, or not for long at all. Does the job. And also the ROCCAT tie-on. Now, this little thing looks like a little pilot mitt. Let me just focus this up a bit. I'm getting used to this camera, so give me a break. I'll put this in a bit of a light as well so you can see. It's like a little pilot mitt. It's got a lot of buttons, so it's pretty good for MMO games, MOBA games, and all that kind of stuff. Again, pretty big. It's got a good profile. So if you are that kind of person that needs a big mouse, and you find that problem, if you're a palm grip person, which I am, although I go from palm to claw and all that kind of crap, it's like on the fly. It's a good mouse, and it's got little knobs here. Look at this little knob here. Look at that knob. As for my wall art, for anyone that follows the channel, you'll know who those guys are. I got all these canvases printed by the Canvas Factory, some little Australian place, and they kind of had like a massive sale, and I just kind of went ham and saved like tons of cash. These are my soft boxes. Obviously, they're there for light when I was using my green screen a lot. I currently don't exactly have as much space. If I go back here, this is basically my corner of the house. This is my corner of the house. As you can see over there, a few more, and a whole bunch of junk up there that we haven't gotten rid of, as well as some diapers. Bit more wall art, but yeah, that's my corner of the house. This is my YouTube station. But yeah, so I don't have as much space for the green screen anymore, and as you can see, if I was to put the green screen in here, it'd be a terrible, terrible, terrible mess. So those right now are basically used for when I want to have a, you know, healthy computer glow and, you know, get some form of light. Although I could just easily go out there. I don't see the point. Why not just turn on those lights on? I'll be fine. Before I completely forget as well, just in case people were wondering, because they were underneath the screens and I totally forgot to talk about them, I finally picked these up. They're the Creative T50 wireless speakers. Wireless not meaning that they are wireless because they got a wire in the back. It's just that they have like a wireless Bluetooth that you can hook your iPhone or your whatever Bluetooth device you have and play music independently through that speakers. Now, I've been eyeing these down for a while and I finally decided to go, yep, I'm gonna get them. And there we go, because when I like to edit with my speakers on rather than having a headset on. So if you're looking for a nice set of speakers, these ones do actually sound pretty good. Now, lastly but not least, my DXRacer chair. This was given to me by the good guys at DXRacer, obviously, when I went over to E3 not too long ago and bumped into their booth. Honestly, after sitting on this thing for at least 2 days, it made me completely regret not picking one of these up for the last, I don't know, my old chair, from the top of memory, I've been using for maybe about 12 years, and I can't believe it hasn't broken anywhere and made me snap my spine. But I don't know, the difference in sitting in one of these and, you know, let's just say any other brand, but just a new chair in general is just miles ahead. I can lie back in it, I can fall asleep. I don't feel like my back is gonna snap in two because I'm leaning forward like an idiot all the time. So if you are in the market for a chair, this would be a good one to get. I believe there's the 0 series. I think it is. I'll make sure and I'll leave it in the description below. Before I go on, I figured I'd touch base on GTX 1080 that Nvidia had supplied to me with a few frame tests of the games I do play, and for those that are wondering, yes, this is the Founders Edition of the card. Now, I know I haven't played as much Counter-Strike lately, but I am going to be getting back into it, I assure you. And for those that are wondering, I used to have a 980 Poseidon before I put the GTX 1080 in my PC, and I was running at about 85 while recording. Obviously, as you can see, the GTX 1080 has bumped the frames up by quite a bit. I'm running it on 2560 by 1440 resolution as well on max settings, and it has definitely done the trick, and it's a welcome addition to the system. If you had been paying attention, you'd notice I've also been playing quite a bit of Rainbow Six Siege lately, and I did everything I possibly could in this little short playthrough to cause as much mayhem and ruckus as I possibly could to try and stress the card. And as you can see, the card is standing on its own legs and boasting wildly. Again, on max settings. God damn explosive guy. And last but not least, Overwatch, a game I've also been playing a lot of in recent times. Now, again, I tried to do the most I could as to stress the card out, and in usual fashion I just did what I normally do and just charging it like a rampaging idiot and swing around and see what goes from there. As you can see again, the card does hold up pretty well. Okay, so this is my hard drive setup, just how we were talking before. This is my recording drive. It's 2 terabyte drives rated in RAID 0, and that gives me a 300 megabytes a second write speed. And this little number here is the ones that have been supplied by M-Wave. They're 1 terabyte FireCuda SSHDs. They're hybrid drives, and they match up in RAID 0 as well, a little bit faster than my old HSDs. So they're perfect for my backup drive because I always fill this drive so quickly. And this drive in the past month has actually saved me a lot to, you know, because I get a little bit lazy. So I mean, like even now this is relatively full, and that's after a whole bunch of editing and everything like that. So I have 6 terabytes of recording space. If you're wondering what these 3 things are, they're 3 little thumbtack flash drives to obviously keep the dust out of my USB ports, because, you know, we all know how much of a pain that is. And this is the 480 Corsair Neutron XTI drive, and right now it's empty, but you can bet that, because obviously this is my other one, and that's pretty full, nothing else is going to fit on that, this is probably going to be filled up by the end of October, considering the onslaught of games that are just going to be pouring out. Also, this month I'll be starting a monthly giveaway where I'll be giving a whole bunch of stuff away. For now, it's, you know, relatively, you know, it's decent. It's a modest giveaway. And as the months go on and as things go better, there'll be even more things to get, like, you know, graphics cards or much bigger things. So I'll leave the link in the description below. It's a Gleam competition, so basically you enter by doing the certain things that it asks you. So for example, the first one here, it's a mandatory one as well. If you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, once you subscribe, you automatically get 10 points. Following on Twitter, which is also mandatory, and retweeting and following on Twitch, you get points as well. And then for the ones after that, for example, if you're subscribed on Twitch, you'll get a lot more entries, obviously. If you watch and like a video, you get 20 points and another 20 points elsewhere. And as the month goes on, I'll be adding more and more. So if you want to increase your chances to win, if you check back, there'll be more of these ones, these kind here, where you can watch and like videos to get more entries. So, wait, this is meant to be 20. Yeah. Basically, the prizes that I have down right now, it'll be a couple pieces of ROCCAT gear, 3 games, shirts, and, you know, if you're lucky, you'll get a virtual handshake. I don't know who would want that one, but, you know, you'll probably get that. But like I said, guys, depending on the engagement and how everything goes, and as the months go on, there'll be more prizes, a lot more for everybody else. So if you guys are keen on entering the giveaway, don't be afraid to. And, yeah.
Shit!